What's up, fathers for the fatherless? My name is Jeff Zog, and this is an update video and a celebration video. So let me start with celebrating. I'm recording this in September of 2024, and we started Fathers for the Fatherless in January of 2019. So this thing kicked off 6 years ago. We've had 6 years, 30 events, 1,020 men have said yes to this mission. I actually just looked up, and we have had 8,386 people have said, I want to give generously. I want to make a donation because of one of these events. We've had 30 events. Okay, one more time. 30 events over 6 years, over 1,000 men, and we just celebrated 3 weeks ago. We went over the $1 million mark raised for our partners who directly serve the fatherless. So we're starting this video with just a celebration. We have raised $1,029,000 for our partners who directly serve the fatherless. These funds don't go to the ministry Dad Awesome, the ministry I work for. These funds don't go to our operational support or this or that. These funds go out the door to our partners who are directly serving kids that find themselves fatherless. To our global partner Venture. We love our partnership with Venture. Since year one, Venture's been that partner. They go to all of our local partners. We've had 30 events. We've had 30 different local partners. We're just like so thrilled. Our mind is blown because the first year our goal was, could we raise $10,000? And this is what God does. He took a goal of 10,000, and 6 years later, it's 100 times that first goal. We're over $1 million raised. So I want to shout out and give thanks for the churches who have said yes to this mission. All of the men, you guys who said yes to riding or obstacle course races or the run team or the triathlon teams, the cycling teams. I want to say thank you to you guys. I want to say thank you to your families. Some of you are watching this with your kids or with your wife. Thank you to your families for supporting this mission, for cheering for us, for praying for us. Thank you to all the volunteers. 30 events. We've had a lot of people volunteer. Thank you to our partners. We have loved raising money for our partners. So thank you to our partners for the work that you guys do. It's been a joy to be a part of fundraising for your mission. And there's other thank yous that I'm forgetting to mention right now, but just huge gratitude. 6 years in, we're like, look what God has done. Look what we've had the joy of being a part of. So that's the celebration part of this video. Now, the biggest update I've ever shared with Fathers for the Fatherless, the biggest update for sure, is what I'm about to share with you guys. So after 6 years, after 30 events, after all the other stats we just celebrated, we have prayerfully decided, our board of directors at Dad Awesome, along with some of our other core leaders and partners, have decided after 6 years of just going after it, year over year, every year, we finish, we celebrate, we do another year. Let's recruit some more guys. Let's launch another location. Let's get another church partner. After 6 years of just building and driving forward and rallying and recruiting and fundraising, we're taking the 7th year off. We're going to follow the biblical principle of 6 years on, 1 year off. Now, this does not mean that myself, Jeff Zog, and the whole ministry Dad Awesome is shutting down for the 7th year. This means that our event arm, our activation arm of Dad Awesome, Fathers for the Fatherless, is going to, after 6 years on, we're going to take the 7th year off. So you will not find me listing, here's all of our events. You won't find me recruiting and sending you text messages and emails and reminders and putting up registration platforms and booking events and scheduling out the year. You won't find that from Dad Awesome. Our activation events, Fathers for the Fatherless, is taking a year off to rest. Now, we are still going to build into our foundation at Dad Awesome. We're going to still resource intentional fatherhood work. We're actually working specifically with churches. We're doing some coaching, some consulting, some building a culture of intentional fatherhood within churches. We're going to celebrate our 400th podcast episode about a year from right now. So that'll be in 2025. And then we have a bunch of other resources with coaching and some other things that we're going to keep pressing in and building this ministry for the future. We have a huge call, and we're so thankful that we get to build for the future. So I'm not taking the year off. I've only been 4 years full time with Dad Awesome. So it's not a year off, but it is a year off from our activation events. We're going to go 6 years on, 1 year off. So the year 2025, you're not going to see any cycling events, triathlons, Spartan events, runs. You're not going to see those events this next year. It does not mean we're saying 6 years and we're done. We're walking away from this mission. We're actually taking this year, and you'll hear a lot more from us over the next year of what's coming next in 2026. But our vision is bigger than ever. Our vision, our mission, the call to do activation events like we've experienced the first 6 years, it's going to be good. But I just want to let you guys know we're entering a prayerful, restful 7th year, and then we're going to relaunch this thing, and the best is yet to come. So what can you guys do in the year off? So you can certainly connect with each other. Our alumni, the Slack platform, also, you guys have each other's contact info from your teams you've been on. You can stay connected. You can still wear the F4F gear and go do events. You can still go and rock our gear, tell the story of the mission, say they're taking the year off, but man, 2026, join us. You can still grab some friends and do a fundraiser for our global partner venture. You guys can, I'm going to connect you directly. Any of our alumni can rally, pick an event. I know some guys that want to do a mountain biking event in northern Minnesota, do it. I know some guys that want to do an event in Iowa, across the state of Iowa, do it. So our alumni can absolutely, you guys can activate whatever you want and recruit friends in your church, and you can fundraise for whoever you want. That might be our global partner venture. You might say, let's fundraise for them. Some of you might be like, hey, we're actually going to fundraise for Dad Awesome and help the year off, help our infrastructure and do that. You could do that. There's whatever you guys want to do, go do it. But we are not going to be activating event teams with Fathers for the Fatherless in year 7. So be connected, stay active, stay strong, stay in touch with us. We really see year 7 as being a prayerful year, and we have some specific invitations. We're going to be reaching out to you guys to invite you into a cadence of staying connected and being prayerful for what's next. Lastly, in Q4 of this year, so the end of 2024, the ministry Dad Awesome that I work for, we are pressing in to end this year strong financially, and we're inviting our alumni with Fathers for the Fatherless. You've been so generous to this mission of raising funds for our partners who serve the fatherless. Some of you, though, are feeling, hey, I want to help the ministry enter next year strong, and we are in a fundraising season, raising funds so that we can take this year off next year. And if any of you would be willing to prayerfully consider making a donation to Dad Awesome, dadawesome.org/give, and there's matching ways to give, and this is to help the infrastructure and support launch even a greater movement for the next for the years ahead. So wanted to say thank you. There's the huge update, and there is the huge celebration. Thanks for being a part of this mission. The best, guys, the future is really good, and I'm just so grateful you guys have been a part of laying the foundation these first 6 years. So we'll be in touch. Thanks, guys.